fans never noticed these things about the Deadly Companions. Maureen O'Hara was born Maureen Fitzsimmons on August 17, 1920, in Ranelagh, Dublin, Ireland, was one of the most iconic actresses of the golden age of Hollywood. Known for her fiery red hair, striking beauty, and exceptional talent, she became a symbol of strength and resilience in both her film roles and her personal life. O'Hara's early life in Ireland was marked by a passion for performance, which she inherited from her mother, a successful contralto opera singer, and her father, who managed a business. Her family's artistic influence led her to pursue a career in the performing arts from an early age. O'Hara began her formal acting training at Dublin's Abbey Theatre at the age of 14, honing her skills in classical theatre and learning the discipline required to succeed in the competitive world of acting. Her breakout moment came when she was discovered by famed British actor Charles Laughton, who saw great potential in the young actress. He cast her in her first major role in the film Jamaica in 1939, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. This early exposure to Hollywood's elite, coupled with Laughton's mentorship, propelled O'Hara into the international spotlight, and she soon signed a contract with RKO Pictures. Throughout the 1940s and 1950s, Maureen O'Hara became synonymous with the adventurous, feisty, and fiercely independent characters she portrayed on screen. She often played strong-willed women who were not afraid to stand up to the men in their lives, a refreshing departure from the more submissive female roles of the time. One of her most famous collaborations was with director John Ford and actor John Wayne, a trio that produced several enduring classics. Films such as The Quiet Man, 1952, Rio Grande, 1950, and McLintock, 1963, showcased O'Hara's ability to hold her own in male-dominated narratives, earning her the nickname the Queen of Technicolor for her vibrant on-screen presence. In The Quiet Man, O'Hara's portrayal of Mary-Kate Danaher, a spirited Irishwoman who demands respect and autonomy in her marriage, is one of the most memorable performances of her career. Her chemistry with John Wayne was electric, and the film remains a beloved classic, particularly among Irish and Irish-American audiences. O'Hara's ability to bring depth, humor, and passion to her characters made her one of the most sought-after actresses of her time, and her career spanned over 6 decades. While O'Hara was celebrated for her work in swashbuckling adventures, westerns, and romantic comedies, she also took on more dramatic roles that allowed her to showcase her range as an actress. In films such as How Green Was My Valley, 1941, directed by John Ford, O'Hara portrayed Ingharad, a Welsh woman who grapples with love, loss, and the changing landscape of her mining town. This film won the Academy Award for Best Picture and further solidified O'Hara's place among Hollywood's elite. The Deadly Companions, 1961, marked Maureen O'Hara's first collaboration with director Sam Peckinpah, a filmmaker who would later become renowned for his violent and stylistically gritty westerns. However, fans of both O'Hara and Peckinpah might not realize that The Deadly Companions was a departure for O'Hara in terms of its tone and content. Known primarily for her roles in swashbuckling adventures or romantic dramas, O'Hara's transition into this darker, more brooding Western genre was not immediately embraced by critics or audiences. This film allowed her to portray a more nuanced and emotionally complex character, one far removed from her earlier Hollywood persona. Despite O'Hara's stellar performance as the determined and grieving widow, the film itself did not receive widespread acclaim at the time of its release. In fact, many fans of O'Hara may not have noticed the relatively low profile The Deadly Companions maintained in comparison to her other films. Part of the reason for its muted reception is likely due to the fact that this was Peckinpah's directorial debut, and he had not yet established the reputation that would later be solidified with films like The Wild Bunch and Pat Garrett, Billy the Kid. As such, The Deadly Companions often flies under the radar of both O'Hara's filmography and Peckinpah's catalog. One aspect that is often overlooked by fans is the unconventional production process behind the film. Maureen O'Hara revealed in her autobiography that she agreed to make The Deadly Companions as a personal favor to her brother, Charles Fitzsimmons, who produced the film. The project, therefore, held a deeper personal significance for O'Hara beyond her career ambitions. Despite the familial connection, the production was not without its challenges. O'Hara and Peckinpah reportedly had creative differences on set, a fact that is often glossed over in retrospectives about the film. Peckinpah's gritty, unsentimental style clashed with O'Hara's more traditional approach to filmmaking, leading to tension. Still, this friction may have contributed to the film's somber tone, with O'Hara delivering a performance that was both restrained and emotionally charged. Additionally, fans may not realize that The Deadly Companions foreshadowed O'Hara's later ventures into more mature and serious roles. This film, while not widely celebrated, can be seen as a precursor to her later performances in more intense and character-driven stories, such as her role in The Rare Breed, 1966, and Big Jake, 1971, where she again appeared in westerns but with more prominent co-stars like James Stewart and John Wayne. O'Hara's evolution as an actress is often traced back to her work in romantic comedies or family-friendly films, but The Deadly Companions highlights her versatility and willingness to explore darker, more emotionally resonant themes. Furthermore, the film's setting and cinematography were striking in their rawness, providing a stark backdrop to O'Hara's portrayal of a woman on a dangerous mission of vengeance. Unlike some of the more romanticized westerns of the era, The Deadly Companions offered a bleak and unglamorous depiction of the American frontier, a visual style that complemented O'Hara's role as a woman hardened by loss. This marked a notable shift from the vibrant Technicolor spectacles she was often associated with, such as The Quiet Man, 1952, or Miracle on 34th Street, 1947. Finally, fans might overlook the subtle way in which O'Hara's character development in The Deadly Companions parallels the themes of isolation and resilience that would later be hallmarks of Peckinpah's work. Though she was already an established star at the time of filming, O'Hara's collaboration with Peckinpah gave her the opportunity to delve deeper into a portrayal of female strength in a world dominated by male violence and moral ambiguity. This portrayal of a woman navigating the harsh realities of the Wild West, driven by personal grief, showed a side of O'Hara's acting that had rarely been seen before and paved the way for future roles that were similarly grounded in grit and determination. The Deadly Companions is a film that may not be the most famous entry in Maureen O'Hara's illustrious career, but it offers fans a chance to see her in a new light. Its production difficulties, personal significance for O'Hara, and its place in the evolution of both her career and Peckinpah's directorial style are all elements that deserve more attention from fans and film historians alike. Despite her on-screen success, Maureen O'Hara faced many personal challenges throughout her life. She was known for her fierce independence and determination, qualities that often clashed with the male-dominated film industry. O'Hara refused to conform to the expectations placed on women in Hollywood, and she fought for better roles, fair pay, and respect as a serious actress. Off-screen, she experienced tumultuous relationships, including 3 marriages, the most enduring of which was to Charles F. Blair, Jr., a pioneering aviator and brigadier general in the U.S. Air Force. Their love story was one of passion and adventure, as O'Hara supported her husband's aviation career while continuing to pursue her own in film. In the later years of her life, O'Hara transitioned from acting to other pursuits, including running her late husband's airline company, Antilles Airboats, after his tragic death in a plane crash in 1978. This period of her life demonstrated the same resilience and courage that defined her characters on screen. Despite the tragedy, O'Hara remained active and involved in various projects, including her memoir, "'Tis Herself", published in 2004, which offered a candid look at her life, career, and the struggles she faced as a woman in Hollywood. O'Hara's legacy as a trailblazer for women in film cannot be overstated. She was one of the few actresses of her era who commanded respect and maintained her integrity in an industry that often sought to diminish the power and agency of women. Her defiance of Hollywood's norms, both in her professional choices and personal life, paved the way for future generations of actresses to take control of their careers and demand equality. She was honored with numerous awards and recognitions, including an honorary Academy Award in 2014, which celebrated her extraordinary talents and contributions to cinema. Maureen O'Hara passed away on October 24, 2015, at the age of 95, leaving behind a rich legacy that continues to inspire. Her influence on film history, particularly in the portrayal of strong, independent women, endures to this day. O'Hara's life was a testament to the power of perseverance, talent, and courage in the face of adversity, and her body of work remains a beloved treasure in the annals of Hollywood. Whether remembered for her fiery performances, her grace, or her indomitable spirit, Maureen O'Hara will forever be a celebrated icon of the silver screen.